Top 10 ttrpg of all time. I ain't got one. I'm not making that list. I know what I like to play. I don't believe there's a need to put a hierarchy into it. What do I like better? Well, obviously, I must like what I'm playing now more than what I used to play. Right? This endless need to categorize. I used to do top fives all the time for Twitter and stuff when it was a little birdie. So, it makes me laugh. Are these the top 10 of the games you would like to play again, but you're never going to? I got one for that. It's called Paranoia. Love that game. That's a hoot. Never going to play it again. Probably not going to happen. I run Dragon Slayer for Fantasy ttrpg. It's a sweet spot for me. And when these campaigns wrap up, I'll run more Red Room stuff. I'm working on my Final Frontier, which is Wretched Space, right? They redid Wretched Space to make it classless. So I'm gonna be running that. Finally get my printed book this week. And snow delayed everything, so a space western, so to speak, and then maybe do a western. I do love gritty old westerns, but game systems, not necessarily a top 10, but games I like. Mutant Future / Gamma World, same game far as I'm concerned, and then Paranoia, Twilight 2000. But if I did a modern now, it would be Red. It would be, just the modern with whatever gritty rules I wanted to put in there. Gamma World? I was never really into Gamma World. I played it. I liked it. I much prefer other stuff. A lot of these D6 space games everybody's fawning over, I hate them. I was like, you can get two bare bones, right? But as a player, I'd play a BX game or AD&D or Rules Encyclopedia in a heartbeat. Am I going to run those again? Nah. No, I'm not. I won't sit down to play 2E, 3E, 4, 5, or any variation thereof. Just like, nah. Hard pass. I'll go find something else to do. Well, if that's what everybody's playing, why not just play it? Because I don't want to. And I don't have to. And if it came down, you have to play this or nothing, I choose to go do something else. Simple. People having a hard time finding groups and stuff. The internet, you'll find people. If you have to have a table group, how far are you willing to drive? I drive 15 minutes for a table group once a week. If I wanted to, and I wanted to run an old school game, I could drive a little further. I like night drives, to be honest. So after a game, driving home in the dark would just be enjoyable for me. So I could drive up to 3 hours, right? So I could go to Charleston, West Virginia, Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, or I think I already said Lexington. And I definitely have a player base there. Could probably even get gas money to do it. Am I going to do it? No, I'm not. What's the point? I have a group of 8 bodies here, 8 to 10, that I could play old school games with. Online, I have a stable of 16 players. So I'm not wanting for players. As a player, though, I'd like to play more. Am I going to? Probably not. Probably not. What other would be on the list of games I really liked playing? I played Champions. Hated it. Palladium. Don't like it. Looks good on paper. Doesn't work well. GURPS. Same thing. Crap. Mud. GURPS is mud. Sorry. There's been a few fantasy-based skill-based systems that I've tried over the years, they're all trash too. I couldn't stand any of them. They all turn into mud. No class protection. You need specialists, but people don't want to do that. They want to be everything. Or they want to be so focused on one thing that they're just so min-max that they're useless at anything else. You know, I didn't take basic this. Okay. You as an individual playing the game probably have more skills than some of these min-max characters people make for skill-based systems. What else? What have games I played? I played Call of Cthulhu. That falls under Corpse Grinder. Lamentations. It's not really suited for mega dungeon play. I would like to see someone run that for Solomon Kane, but quite honestly, Red's darker and gothic would do a much better job of it. Much better job. So that'd be the way to go anyway. Well, excuse me. I'm trying to think of all the other games. There's been tons over the years, but none of them really stuck. I played AD&D forever. We played 2E forever. We even went through the evolutions until I had an epiphany one day. This shit sucks, and I can't believe I wasted my years playing it. I could have got so much more out of playing AD&D or a good retro clone as soon as it came out. It took me years to really start playing with Labyrinth Lord. That's another one I would play. I would play that. I would run that or play that as a player. But since Dragon Slayer's out, I just run Dragon Slayer. What else? I can't really think of anything on the top of my head. There's been a few. I played that Legends of 5R. Didn't like it either. Just didn't hit right. You know what I mean? Now some games draw you in and they just don't hit right. I'm a firm believer if you want to give a new system a chance, 3 different DMs, 3 different types of games. See if it's just a DM thing or familiar with the war rules or whatever, and see what hits. Boot Hill's one we never played, actually. I have played Wretched Country, liked it a lot. I liked Wretched Country a lot. But the one with the cards, where you drew the cards, Dead Country, that was a really fun game. Would I ever run it? No. Hell no. Would I play it? Yeah. If there wasn't any other options. But I'd rather just take the red basic rules and run that and cobble what I could off of Wretched Country. It's an easy fix. I'm sure they'll have a Red Country soon. Probably just dying for a new name is all it is. And stay in that genre because it's genre bending works well with Red. Wow. I can't think of anything. It's drawing blanks. I play mainly just fantasy. I find what I like, I play it, and I believe you master it, and you tinker with it till you want. I played the Star Wars games, stuff like that. I always hated them. Cyberpunk, I hated it. It didn't accomplish what I tried to do. The Shadowrun was trying to do percentiles with D6s. Oh my god. So terrible. Couldn't get into it. Masquerade was too gay. My friends play White Wolf systems. I hate White Wolf systems. It falls too much into the story gaming realm for me. It's like, yeah, let's just sit around. That could have had a lot to do with the local Vampire the Masquerade people we had in our area, because they were all LARPers, and they were so diametrically opposed to us on so many levels. I was like, yeah, you got a few theater chicks who would tempt you in there, the gothic temperatures. But other than that, God, I just want to strangle every one of those guys. They're all probably porn-obsessed troons by now. Oh my gosh. I don't have a top 10. I have what I like and what I like to play. And I don't really disparage people having a hierarchy of stuff that they like. If you like it, cool. If I should like it, no. And I'm not even talking about superhero games. There's been very few of those that actually hit right. We used to play Marvel Fast Trip a lot, and that was fun. I would play that. Running it was kind of a pain in the ass, but I would play it. So Fast Trip systems. there was this post-apocalyptic fast trip system I was dying to check out. I knew I wouldn't be able to work it into a schedule to run it, and I knew there was not enough people who actually played it to play it. And a one-shot, one-time, online, so someone can say they ran it once. Hey, do it. I'm only interested in consistent play. That's where you really get to the meat of a game. Is can it do a campaign? Does it have a domain level? Does it have, or is it just one thing? I don't like corpse grinders. They're boring. Yay, I got murdered again. Okay. That's from someone who's pretty rough as a DM. But I like to be able to thread my stuff together. At least attempt to. And if your game is more of a corpse grinder, I will find a way to have a happy ending. Beating the system, bitches. Anyway, play what you like. There's never too many games for the hobby. There's a lot of people who just want to tweak it, and maybe it'll vibe right with you. Is that what the kids say? Maybe the vibe will hit you. And maybe it's the tweak, the vibe, the genre that hits to get you back in the game, and it keeps you gaming. Because eventually, these shelves will go empty. They'll go in boxes. And we'll be doing other stuff. The stuff that matters, right? And this is a self-a hobby. You're doing it for your personal enjoyment. Let's be honest. Yeah. Anyway, guys, game well, game often. Have fun. Survive your snowpocalypse. We're all snowed in. I'm getting a little stir crazy. We might have to trundle down to the store and get me some drinks. Later, y'all.